All right. Thank you, sisters and brothers, once again for joining us. We are the Daughters of Truth. Today is July the. Do I even know the date? Um, July
11th.
11th. There you
11th.
go. July the 11th of 2020. And I am here with my sisters as usual, and we have Dr. Iroanya to tell us all on part two of this rendition. My name is Mona Saga, and I reside here in Houston, Texas. And I have my sisters here to introduce themselves. So, sisters, please go ahead.
Good morning, viewers. My name is Augusta Nasike. I reside in Richmond, Texas, and we're here to continue from where we left off last week. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Sister Ekwe, please go ahead.
And my name is Eputa Simon Okube from Lexington, Kentucky. Good morning, viewers. We're happy you're here today. You see, there's a reason why Africa has remained backward for centuries. Apart from bad leadership, our inability as followers to hold our leaders accountable has played a major role. I want us to know, or I'm reminding us that this show is an adult show, and it's not about defending your director or any golden calf that you have molded for yourselves. Rather, it's about you and I changing the narrative. We need to change the narrative. Leaving everything in the hands of God is our biggest disservice. And every day, in the name of the love for God, family, friends, we lay the framework for people to dupe and take advantage of us. We have allowed people to intentionally take advantage of our love and our spirit of forgiveness. We have unwittingly shown that it is okay for people to hurt us over and over again and get away with it. Mm-hmm. Somehow you and I have wrongly convinced ourselves that this is the only way we can prove that we are close to God. Unfortunately, we have succeeded in doing what we have succeeded in doing is discouraging many people from acting right. Now tell me, if we do not make people take responsibility for their actions, how do you stop them and others from repeating the same evil? Can't you see that we have invariably set up a system of injustice and mediocrity? Love is not meant to be painful and sorrowful. So it is time to get it right, my people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sister. You couldn't have said it any better. It is time. It is time for us to use our two senses to bring forth this nation that we are all yearning for. So to start off with today's question, Sister Augusta is going to take on the questions and then we'll move from there. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And thank you, Dr. Rania, for being here. Okay, remember last week when we asked you about the defamation lawsuit that you brought against the American citizen. Her name is Candace Stewart. So my question now is that, the case was in Florida, correct? So my question is, if Nnamdi Kanu was indicted in that defamation lawsuit, then why did you not arrest him when he came down here last year? He was here last year, 2019. So why didn't you arrest him or, tell the people what this guy has done? Because he was part of the indictment. So can you please answer? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I believe you ladies can hear me, correct?
Yes. I'll let you know if we can't.
Yes, because... All right, no problem. Thank you. Yes, once again, my name is Clifford Chukwemeka Iroanya, and I'm glad to be here. I'm very, very highly privileged and opportune to be hosted by the Daughters of Truth. Yes, I would like to answer your question, drawing from what happened last week, immediately after this same program we had. Ladies, remember July 4th was our first session of this program. Now, what happened was that immediately after that program, actually the next day, Uchemefo, who claimed to be the deputy leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Uchemefo now cut out the first 5 minutes of the story I told about Dr. Ace Norom going to DSS dungeon to meet with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The first 5 minutes was what Uchemefo cut out. And then he titled it "Nothing More to Add." The first 5 minutes. And why am I emphasizing on that? In that very information I gave out, I mentioned that I never have anything to do with Ace Norom about that very journey. I told the world that I heard about this thing on Friday, October 25, 2019. I even encourage people to go and check the date. And this thing happened in 2016. So I went to that extent to make all that confirmation and disclaimer that I never knew anything about it. I also mentioned that it was the DOS that met and agreed to send this Dr. Etinoro. So all these things were cut out. The very first 5 minutes of that presentation of that story was what Uchemefo cut out and put in on the internet for people to read. And that first 5 minutes ended only where I said what Ace Norom said about Uchemefo, plus the suggestion he made to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And what happened thereafter? All the cockroaches that are working for IPOB, including the one that wanted to rape sister Gift Aramefla in Asaba. That cockroach that wanted to rape her all came out and decided to make a video. And what were the videos centered on? The video was centered on the first 5 minutes of that story. In fact, the video they were making, they said under it, they put under it that Iroanya admits to plotting against Nnamdi Kanu while he was in prison. You know, when you watch CNN, when you are watching CNN, you see something like a footage going across at the bottom. That was what they were doing. They were passing that footage. Dr. Iroanya has finally admitted plotting against. Now watch this. They played only the first 5 minutes. Now you may be wondering what has that got to do with the question you asked me? So you can imagine what I said very clearly. They cut it out, they mangled it, they removed what they wanted to remove and portrayed a different thing altogether. Therefore, answering your question directly, imagine if I had arrested Nnamdi Kanu because he was indicted. He was indicted in that judgment.
That's true.
The next thing, Uchemefo and others, including Nnamdi Kanu and all the IPOB propagandists, they will say that Nnamdi Kanu was just 3 steps into entering 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. That is White House. He was just 3 steps to enter into White House, and I arrested him. You see, that is Iroanya that made it impossible for Biafra to come. Their leader was about to hold a meeting with Trump. Just as in fact, Trump was opening door, police was arresting him.
Oh my gosh.
That is the story, and I can guarantee you with the last drop of my blood that every IPOB member will believe you.
They are gullible anyway. Go ahead.
Uchemefo cut out 5 minutes of the story I told. 5 minutes. Left the remaining thing. Left how I said that Ace Norom did not consult me. Left how I said that we sent him there. He left how I said that I only heard about it in 3 years after. I was even blaming Ace. Why did you have to wait for it? He cut everything out and produced only the first 5 minutes. And then IPOB cockroaches, they went haywire with that 5 minutes. That very 5 minutes. So, my dear, to answer your question directly, I will not go into that because it will be turned around to say that Nnamdi Kanu was about to go into White House to negotiate with Trump to get Biafra. And Iroanya, that's why he's a saboteur. Otherwise, he's not a saboteur. Why will he wait as Nnamdi Kanu was about to step into the room of White House and then arrested him? So I just let him go, but the circle is building around him. You know.
But you have others that were indicted as well. You want to mention?
Of course, they were. In fact, I published, as a matter of fact, let me show this. I published this court judgment on Guardian newspaper of April 18, 2019. You can see it there, April 18, 2019, on page 26. If anybody wants to go, let the person go and check to page 26 of Guardian. They were all there. You see, the names of the people who were indicted are Ucheme, that's first of all Nnamdi Kanu, Uchemefo, Carol Monde, Obijo Bienu, who I'm going to talk about because I told you I was going to mention about how somebody stole money from IPOB USA. This is the document. I'm going to read it out later on. Obijo Bienu, Josephine Erewa, and China Samuru, 6 of them were indicted in that judgment. Let me repeat it again. Those who were indicted, and for people so that people will get it right, those who were indicted in the court judgment that I filed against Candy Stalwart were or are Nnamdi Kanu, Uchemefo, Carol Monde, Obidio Bienu, Josephine Erewa, and China Sanworu. So those are the people that were indicted and whom I can, take to court anytime and imprison them. But I don't want people to say that, Biafra was just 2 seconds for us to realize it. And then I decided to arrest Nnamdi Kanu.
So Mazen, so that means as of that time, you were interested in just freeing yourself and securing your, getting yourself, like being safe. That's why you did not proceed. I mean, as at the time.
Yes, exactly. Because the main reason why I went to court was to prove my innocence. Because Candy Stalwart, who later confessed that she was hired by Nnamdi Kanu to do this dirty job, had maligned my name and said that I'm a terrorist, that I even plan to kill the President of the United States of America, that I plan to bomb and kill everybody in Israel, that I have joined with Boko Haram, that I've joined with ISIS. In fact, anybody who is interested, who is listening now, type clip on Iroanya, join ISIS. You will see it. Every news media carried it. And then the FBI came after me. In fact, they started tracing me. They went to my company and had to interview my senior vice president, human resources. And then that person now contacted my manager. I came to work one day, my manager called me in and closed the office. You know when your manager called you into the office and closed the office, it's either 2 things. Either you are handing you your promotion letter or handing you your sack letter. He called me in and closed and said, and then opened Naij.com, an online newspaper. He said, what is this? And that was exactly Clifford Iroanya joined ISIS. You're not asking me, are you now a terrorist? Oh, have I been working? So I have been working, my direct report, somebody who is working under me has been a terrorist or what? So I had to go and prove my innocence. That's where my interest was, not in arresting that. I would have picked up Nnamdi Kanu and locked him up and he will rot in prison here. And I can still do it right now. But that's not my bet. And that is why. Let me say this. I know I've taken a little bit of time on this, but let me say this. I want everybody to go and check Nnamdi Kanu's page. That is his own Facebook page. The way he trashes people, the way he lays false accusation and criminalizing people, he has never done that to me. You can never see him addressing me directly. Why? Because he knows that he knows very well. He knows any day he comes out and talk trash. That was why ladies, you may have heard about the audio where he said, I know one arch saboteur from Uguta. He wouldn't want to call them because if he dares, I'm waiting for him. Any day he dares call my name, mention it does not matter where he is because there is a defamation lawsuit in any part of the world. And the worst case is even in Nigeria because in Nigeria there's no time limit. So that is the thing. My real reason why I went to court is to prove my innocence, and I wasn't interested in picking him up. I would have picked him up and locked him up. But then, like I said, the rumor would be that he was about to get Biafra, 20 seconds to get Biafra, and I arrested him. Thank you.
Sister Muna.
Oh, thank you, Matt. So, what is your advice to those who still associate with IPOB?
Right. This is the time for soul session. If you call yourself a member of an organization, let me give you this advice. Number one, and the ladies on this panel, they will agree with me because they work for different organizations. There is no organization in this world, as far as it is an open organization, it's not a terrorist organization. There is no organization in this world that does not have what is called a vision and mission statement. The ladies here, coincidentally, I think they work in the health sector, if I'm not mistaken. Their various organizations have what is called vision and mission statement. In that vision and mission statement, you now have what is called the strategic plan. And for the strategic plan, you have what is called the roadmap, or step by step, how you want to accomplish your vision and mission statement. Therefore, answering your question, Sister Mona, I'm going direct to your question now. IPOB member, can you ask your leaders or even your supreme leader, what is the vision and mission statement of IPOB? That's number one. Number two, what is the roadmap? I don't know if people will recall. Last week, I said our sisters here that they can never remember how many times they have gone to kitchen to cook food since they started cooking food from their teenage years till now. Even this year, they cannot remember how many times they have cooked food. But that they will not go to that kitchen without having a plan of what they want to cook and how they want to go about it. Something as simple and as mundane as food cooking or preparation. Therefore, if you are engaging in something as humongous, as complex as self-determination or independence pursuit, is it not proper that you should have a plan? You should have a roadmap, even if it is not to the public, but at least to the members. Let the members know what are the steps. Okay, I have step 1, step 2, step 3, or step 4.
Mazen,
And
I must
yes.
tell you that the U.S. coordinator here told me that the map is in their head, it's in their brain. You can visualize it. So maybe that's where it is for now. In their defense, he said
No wonder
freedom fighting is in the brain.
It's
They don't
online.
bring it out.
No wonder the country that restoring is online country.
Oh,
No,
but it makes
they have
sense.
command and
Online country. You're right.
They have command and control. So it's whatever their supreme leaders.
Yeah, it's in the cloud. iCloud country.
Whatever their supreme leader says is final. So he's according to their supreme leader, he has 3 of the steps left for him. His deputy has 2, and some people have 1. And I'm wondering, what are we doing? Are we playing chess here?
Yeah,
So,
that's what it is. That's the
the
business.
mess.
Okay, Mazen, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you have a good point. The thing is, what are those steps? As Sister Augusta says, there are 3 steps. What are those steps? What are those steps? Is it so complex or nebulous that you can't say it out? Or is it the kind of grammar that Patrick Obang normally speak, the man from Edo State that, you can hardly pronounce it. I mean, if you say you have strength, if you say you have, bring it out. Sometimes I hear them say, oh, look at them, they are traitors. They want us to reveal our... Unless you are a terrorist organization.
Yeah.
Unless you are a terrorist organization, there is nothing to hide. If your hands are clear, your conscience is clean, you really mean what you are doing, you need to bring out your roadmap. Let your members, I'm not even talking about the public, let your members know your roadmap. Don't be doing hanky-panky. Today, you wake up, the plan today is to go and beat a Ekweremadu. Tomorrow, the plan is to stone Nyawodo. The next day, the plan is to abuse Edwin Clark, like he did on the 14th of June, 2020. And you are claiming that Ijo is part of Biafra. And that brings me to the second point I want to make, because I talked the issue of roadmap. Second point I want to make is, first of all, you say you're an IPOB member. The question I'm asking you is this. Is IPOB an Igbo-centric organization? Is IPOB an Igbo-only organization? The Supreme Leader is Igbo. Deputy Supreme Leader is Igbo. African Rep is Igbo. European Rep is Igbo. North American Rep is Igbo. Head of Directorate of State is Igbo. Deputy Head of Directorate of State is Igbo. The lady keeping the money is Igbo. The one in Nigeria running around, any 500,000 or whatever, 450, with 50,000 to share. And of course, I'm coming after her because she wrote it on paper. I mean, on her Facebook that I poisoned her. So that lawsuit.
You're the one that says recharge card.
Yes, the one that says recharge card. I mean, my lawsuit is coming very soon. So I don't want to talk about it. That one is Igbo. Everybody is Igbo, and you are claiming that your organization is fighting for a Biafra, which map include the Ijaw, the Shekiri, the Isoko, the Urhobo, the Anang, the Efik, the Bibio. Even they went as far as Benue State and Kogi State. So you now have to sit down because I'm answering Sister Mona's question. I'm talking about IPOB members now. Something you need to consider. Are you an Igbo-centric or Igbo-only organization? Make up your mind. Let me say this. I have said it and I'll continue to say it. Any organization that comes out tomorrow and officially write that they are fighting for Igbo-only nation, I will support that organization. I have said it and I'll continue to say it. If you come out officially, not claiming that Ijaw is Ishekiri, or can anybody tell me the meaning of Ibibio? Ibibio is Igbo. They are part of us, and that's how you include them.
They are wearing two wrappers, man. You forgot that one. Double.
Yeah, you are telling me where? Look, my younger brother is living in Lagos. The wife ties two wrappers. So when my younger brother's wife goes to church in Lagos and somebody sees her tying two wrappers, she's in Lagos, so it means that Lagos is part of Biafra, because anywhere you see, it didn't say where you see Igbo person, it said anywhere you see a woman tying two wrappers. I have my cousin living in Zoba, Suleja Zoba, very close to Suleja. And he's married. The wife is there. The wife ties two wrappers. So anytime you see that my cousin's wife, because she ties two wrappers, that Zoba is part of Biafra. And so, what am I trying to say here? I hope, Sister Mona, I'm not derailing. I'm still on your question. I'm still answering your question. My advice, what I got to say to IPOB members, consider, make a decision. Is your organization an Igbo-only organization? If it is, then come out and tell us. I wouldn't mind supporting you, but come out officially, put it on paper that you are an Igbo-only organization fighting for Igbo nation. Simple. But if you are not, and if you want to claim that the Biafra you are fighting for is a heterogeneous, that is, it contains other ethnic nations, then you have to get real. And the other thing I want to say, finally, Sister Mona, before we move forward, is that we must build bridges across other ethnic tribes and even other regions. Therefore, IPOB members, I'm advising you to desist from desecrating and maligning other ethnic tribe or ethnic nationality. That is my advice. One, find out from your leader what your roadmap is, where you are, what is remaining, and how to proceed to the next one. Two, make up your mind if you are fighting for an Igbo-only nation. And three, refine your way, find a way of accommodating other ethnic tribes, because I can tell you this, and I am saying this now with all finality, which is Igbos alone cannot get themselves out of Nigeria. It is absolutely impossible. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi. So you guys have heard mission and vision is missing, roadmap is missing. You need to get all these things. And these are the things that when you ask for it, they will call you saboteur, and then they will send their people to come after you. And like my sister said, we are not building a nation of terrorists, a nation where divergent opinion is not accepted, a nation where people are not allowed to be independent and come up with things to better themselves and better their communities without being called criminals. It does not have to go through one pipeline. Here, the reason why America is great is that everybody is an individual. They are doing their own thing, building their own company, inventing their own thing. Nobody is calling them criminals. But you have this group of people that think you must get approval. They don't even know what they are doing for them to be telling you to come and get approval from them. That's even the most annoying thing. They're asking you to come and get approval. Mission is missing. Vision is missing. Roadmap is missing. Strategies are missing. Where are you and where are you going? And when do you think you can get there? Where are the building blocks to land to that location? Right now, they are missing. So, sister, please go ahead. Question, I think we have, 6 or 7?
Thank you, Dr. Iroanya. We are so delighted to have you in this program. There was this report, I will show us here. This report from US CIRF, that's a US Commission for International Religious Freedom. Their report of 2020. Can you make some comments on that report and its implication on IPOB, especially in United States of America, please?
Thank you very much, dear sister. Yes, USCIRF, I think it stands for United States Commission on Interreligious Freedom, something like that, right? I think it's a congressional committee or something. So now, the USCIRF produced their 2020 report. And in that report, they classified IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu, as part of the group that are persecuting Christians. Like I said in my previous, in what we did last week, sometimes I like to repeat things so that it will sink in. So let me take this once more. USCIRF 2020 report indicted, implicated IPOB as one of the groups that are persecuting Christians. And they gave examples. Now, I want everybody listening to me to hear this, because tomorrow now, people will come out and start, oh, this you are Igbo, how can you let our Igbo brothers be dealt like this? But when people were engaging in actions that led to what decision that was made, they wouldn't want to think about it. Let me go further back a little bit. I'll come back to what you're saying now, but let me go further back. Nigeria in 2017 declared IPOB as a terrorist organization. Why? And people were crying, oh, it's not. Until today, as far as Nigeria is concerned, within that, I'm not talking about Cameroon or Ghana or Mali or Chad, but within Nigeria, IPOB is a terrorist organization. And anybody that comes out to try to do anything, that person can be shot and killed. And the person is covered. The person is covered by the Constitution. Whoever kills them has constitutional immunity. Now, the question is, why was IPOB tagged a terrorist group? And that brings up to the issue of the definition, the general definition of terrorism. So I want people to go to Google and type, what is terrorism? And then you begin to see the definition. That's number one. Then number two, there is Nigeria has a law that's called Terrorism Prevention Act of 2015. I want everybody to Google Nigeria's Terrorism Prevention Act 2015 and go to the section where it defines terrorism or a terrorist act or a terrorist organization. Why am I saying all these things? I believe it's on the 7th of September, either 7th or 6th of September at Ohafia, Nnamdi Kanu told the whole world, it was videoed and this thing was circulated the whole world, that he will assassinate the president of a country where he is residing in. Let me repeat this, because when you say things like this, people say, why are you saying things? But it's not me. The video is there. The video is there. If not that I'm
president's
go
head.
ahead.
So he said
Yes.
he go to Abuja and bring the president's head.
Yes. And how do you get the president head? If I want to get, God forbid, it's God. If I want to get your head now, I have to kill you now.
Husband will come after you.
It's assassination.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to assassinate. I have to kill you to get your head now. You cannot be alive and I will get your head. This thing is there. Nnamdi Kanu said that he will go to Abuja and cut off Buhari's head. That means he will assassinate Buhari, cut off his head, because before David was able to cut off Goliath's head, he first of all killed Goliath, isn't it? The stone in his catapult went into Goliath's forehead. Goliath dropped dead. So David assassinated Goliath first and then went and cut off his head. So Nnamdi Kanu has threatened that he will assassinate Buhari, and then he will go, after assassinating Buhari, he will cut off Buhari's head and bring it back to Igbo land. And people were hailing him. And now people are saying, why did they terror tag IPOB that didn't do anything? Go and read the definition of terrorism. A threat, ordinary threat, is an act of terrorism. You don't even have to do it yourself. Not to talk of the one that somebody threatened. Why do you think I went to court against Candy? It wasn't. I didn't even say it. It was Candy that said it. The FBI came after me. We are even saying that America is a developed, they have human rights. But just somebody else said that I plan to assassinate Trump. The FBI came after me. Not to talk of when I now say it myself. We have this saying that it is only a tree that we hear that you want to cut it and the tree will just stay there. You say you want to go and assassinate Buhari, cut off his head. And you are even the head of an organization. So if we are speaking, it's just like Trump now. If Trump speaks, he's speaking for the American. If Buhari speaks, he's speaking for Nigeria. So Nnamdi Kanu was speaking for IPOB.
My brother, they're still terrorizing people. They will call you names. They terrorize you. They think, they have what they call cyber threat. There's cyber terrorism going on here from IPOB members. They don't know how to mind their own business. They don't know how to stay in their lanes. They don't know how to leave people alone that do no longer want to associate with them. And as long as you guys are where you are not wanted, putting your ugly nose and on your ugly face, you guys are cyber terrorists. It's just that simple. And very soon you will be personal human terrorists too. So stop going where you're not needed. Stop commenting where you're not needed. You were not invited to come to this show today. So we do not need your terrorism going on, because terrorism is not just getting somebody and cutting off their neck. Terrorism is when you are not invited in a place and you come to terrorize people that are doing what they want to do. You don't get to do that. You just that.
I'm gonna have definition of terrorism on Google.
Okay.
Can I read it out?
Yes.
It says the unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, in the pursuit of political aims.
Oh.
Unlawful use of violence and intimidation. So they're headed there, and they're already beating our mothers. Every day, these women call us. They beat them, use knife, machetes to cut their head, kill some, tie some people in the forest and let them die. They are okay, let me not go, but they have what is coming for them is coming for them, I tell you.
All right, so as just to round up, because I think I went far deep into it, but to round up, the point is that there is already a precedent of terrorism by Nnamdi Kanu threatening to assassinate Buhari and cut off his head. That's number one. Number two is they went and disrupted a service at CKC, Catholic Church, Abba. They beat up our women. The videos are there. They did all kind of things. Okay, a whole distinguished senator, not just ordinary senator, a deputy senate leader of Federal Republic of Nigeria, he was molested. And the whole world saw it. These are things that are compiling. And now they have gotten into the black book of USC IRA. They have been cited, they have been indicted, and they have been implicated. The next thing now, and that is really the crux of my matter. That's even where I really want to hit the nail on the head. The next thing now, and let me use this, so that I want anybody who is watching this video, if you don't want to save any clip, which you may find that is saving only 5 minutes, save this one, what I'm going to say now. Which you may find, save what I'm going to say now. If you guys continue in this trajectory, very soon, I mean very soon, IPOB under the leadership of Nnamdi Kanu will be declared an FTO. For those who do not know, FTO is a abbreviation. It means Foreign Terrorist Organization. And if US declares IPOB an FTO, then I'm afraid, because I'm landing on the question now you asked me, I'm afraid for those who consider themselves openly as members of IPOB in the United States of America. Number one thing is that their asset will be seized, whatever it is. Two, their citizenship will be revoked. And three, if there's anything, I know they have closed Guantanamo Bay or whatever it's called, Gitmo, they will be bundled into that place to rot there forever. Therefore, I will ask IPOB members to retrace their steps. Stop threatening people. Stop beating up people. Stop doing things that will confirm the fact that you are a terrorist organization. Already, there's a court of competent jurisdiction that has given an order that is yet to be overturned. That order is yet to be set aside. That IPOB is a terrorist organization. Don't let the United States government take it further by declaring IPOB an FTO. And I must say this, it is coming. It is coming. The evidence is overwhelming.
They are monitoring them day
IPOB
and night.
is this
They
close.
are watching them day and
Yes,
night.
yes.
And very soon, and you know they like you guys
Yes.
very much. Very soon they will put you guys in that category. Keep pushing and doing things that you're not supposed to be doing because you are lying to yourselves. Leave people alone. If you don't leave people alone, you will find yourself in hot soup where you do not want to be. Very hot soup for that matter. So this is a fair warning to those that still have sense.
Yes, and you see the utterances, even their supreme leader, so-called Nnamdi Kanu, he keeps saying things that are digging him deeper and deeper in the hole. Ordering somebody to be stoned to death, saying that you have given instruction that somebody should not be made to step into his ancestral land, saying how you will kill, how you do this. You are more and more and more putting yourself in that crosshair of being declared an FTO. And I repeat again, I don't mind saying it as many times as I can. Very, very soon, IPOB will be declared an FTO if they don't retreat. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Iroanya. And I just want our viewers to understand that even this report is based on the activities of 2018 and 2019. So the activities of 2020 that are compiling, the report hasn't even come out. So, like Dr. Iroanya said, something is coming, especially those that are making videos and audios, putting their names, putting their faces, and some of them are asylum seekers. You don't know what is coming for you. Thank you very much, Dr. Iroanya. Finally, we have said so much in this program. I know if you give us 40 days, we might not finish. But we want to talk about way forward because we know that so much has happened in the past and people are so confused. Like, looking, what do we do now? After all this, so much, it's like we wasted 7 years. We've achieved nothing for 7 years. We've been duped. We gave all our money. Some people died. Some women gave their only sons. Some died. Some people are still looking for their people. They don't know where they are, and they have been killed. Everybody's saying, what is the way forward for the self-determination pursuit that we have been working on for about some time now? Please, can you tell us the way forward? Thank you.
Thank you very much, my sister. That's a very good question. And I would like us, to look at this question fundamentally. We have to look at this question fundamentally. Now, what is a country? A country or a nation is a geographical entity where the citizen willingly and voluntarily agreed to form a union. And when they agree to form that union, the next thing they do is to formalize it through a document, which is called the Constitution. The people, remember I said the people, not a military officer, not an individual. The people come together, agree to form a union, and then formalize it through an agreement, which is the social contract, which is the Constitution. In other words, what I am trying to say is that it is the Constitution that makes the union, that forms the union. If there is no Constitution, there is no union. Let me repeat that again, because if you want to get anything from today's discussion, just get this sentence that I'm saying now for the second time. That is, if there is no Constitution, there is no union. That Nigeria is together today is because of something they call a constitution, albeit fraudulent. That the United States is together today is because of the Constitution. that you have a country called Ghana, Ethiopia, South Africa, Germany, Russia, Ukraine, whatever you need to, they are still a country individually because of the constitution. And as long as the constitution is there, there is nothing you can do. It is still a country. There is nothing you can do. So the thing now is, if there is no constitution, there is no union. I repeat, if there is no constitution, there is no union. If the constitution of Nigeria today is brought down and taken to the trash, there is no union. It is that constitution that specifies in one of the sections that there shall be a governor. In fact, in let me even start. Section 3 of the Constitution, subsection 1, section 3, subsection 1, says that there shall be 36 states, and he named them. So it is that constitution that even said that I, from Uguta area, that I'm from a place called Imo State. If tomorrow now that constitution changes, I can be in another state. So it is the constitution that determines the union. It is the constitution that says that there shall be a state and there shall be a state governor. It is that I have a hope Uzodinma today as a governor of Imo State was because the constitution recognized a state called Imo State. That's number one. Number two, the constitution recognized what is called the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is recognized by the Constitution. In section 152 of the Constitution, it recognized one of the federal agencies called Independent National Electoral Commission. Is in section 152, subsection 1. So when you put these three things together, establishing a state, establishing a Supreme Court, establishing Independent National Electoral Commission, put three of them together, you see why we have Uzodinma as a governor. So what am I trying to say? Everything revolves around the Constitution. And so we have an organization called the Lower Niger Congress that now partnered with the other organization representing the other blocks, that is the Middle Belt, the Southwest, to form what they call the MNN, which is the Movement for No Nigeria. Yes, I have to say it now. We used to hide it before. Now it is Movement for No Nigeria, MNN. We used to call it Movement for New Nigeria, but it is Movement for No Nigeria. They formed an MNN, Alliance Partnership. And their target is the Constitution. Why? Because of what I have just said. Anything you are doing, no matter the organization you call yourself, and you are not zeroing, you are not focusing on taking down that constitution, you are wasting your time. Let me repeat that. Thank you very much for showing that map. Yes, you can see the Sharia territory and you can see the Alliance territory. At the bottom is the Lower Niger area. You have the Yoruba or the Odudua on the left, and right above that is the Middle Belt. Thank you very much, Sister Ekwi. So if you are not targeting the Constitution, you are it doesn't matter if you can do radio broadcast from now till thy kingdom come, it is not going to help you. Because why? Because there is a union. There is an existing constitution in Nigeria which is holding the union. It is the constitution that is holding the union. Take that constitution out, the union collapses. It's just like what we say in Igbo proverb. Na table plank. you see your table, you see the four legs. Once you take those four legs out, it becomes an ordinary plank on the floor. So the Constitution is like those legs holding the table. Knock out those legs, the table goes flat. Take out the Constitution, the union collapses. I don't know how else to explain it to our people. We must target that union, which is held together by the Constitution. And so, way forward, like you asked me, Sister P, the way forward is that the MNN, having gone through several processes, we are talking about a roadmap here. They started, with getting countrywide agreement that the Constitution, the current 1999 Constitution, was not made properly. It's a fraudulent one because it's saying we the people, and we didn't make it. They got that agreement. They even went to court to say that this Constitution is fraudulent and cannot be used to operate Nigeria. And after that, they now, advise the various blocks, the Lower Niger area, the Middle Belt, and the Yoruba area, to go and conduct their various assemblies and form their constitution and their charters of relationship. At least for area like Lower Niger and Middle Belt, it will be easy. It will be appropriate to say charter of relationship because they are heterogeneous. But for Yoruba, I don't know if they really need charter of relationship because it's purely Yoruba. So, but for us, you have the Igbos, you have the Efik, so we have to have a charter of relationship. So, and they went and each held their various solemn assembly. For those of you who are saying LNC, we only hear of them writing, whatever. Please, if you are listening to me, another second thing I want you to take away on this broadcast, go to YouTube or even Google. You can type in Google because it takes you to YouTube. But go to YouTube and type the Solemn Assembly of the people with an S attached to it. Solemn Assembly of the Peoples of the Lower Niger. Go to YouTube and type it, and you will see. You will see the who is who from the Lower Niger area in that very solemn assembly. The first solemn assembly to be conducted in the history of Nigeria. I'm talking about since Nigeria was formed till date. The very first one was April 27, 2015 in Port Harcourt. After that, the Yoruba followed in 2017 at Ibadan, and they had the Ibadan Declaration. Then in 2018, the Middle Belt, they held theirs in Makurdi. And so they have been, and each of those assemblies, they rejected and repudiated the 1999 Constitution. And after they had done all that, they now came together and had what they called the Freedom Park Proclamation of December 11, 2018, which they now said, you know what, we are done. Having heard our various solemn assembly, we are done with this constitution and it is time to move forward. Now, they have now come together now, and that's where I'm going. I'm concluding now. They have now come together, these three blocks, the MNN, Movement for New Nigeria, they have come together to say that the time is now to declare a constitutional force majeure. Constitutional force majeure means that the 1999 Constitution is not workable. The 1999 Constitution can no longer be tenable, and you have now come together, these three blocks, the MNN, Movement for New Nigeria, they have come together. There is another.
I'm sorry, that was me, sorry.
Okay. So now, they are now declaring a force majeure. A force majeure means that a party to a contract is no longer willing to continue with that contract. That is exactly what a force majeure is. There are four parties to the contract, social contract, which is the Constitution. You have the Sharia, like the map that was shown off by Sister Sister Equi the other time. We have the Sharia region, you have the Middle Belt, you have the Yoruba side, and they have the Lower Niger. So 3 out of the 4 are saying that they are no longer going to continue executing that social contract, which is that constitution. In fact, the 4 even, because there are some elements too in the Sharia belt that are being silenced by force. So it's actually the entire country. And this constitutional force majeure is coming up in a matter of weeks time. So answering the question directly, I had to build this case so I can answer the question of the way forward. The way forward is let every member, every person from the Middle Belt, the Yoruba area, and the Lower Niger area, which is the current Southeast and South-South, support this constitutional force majeure, because that is the way forward. That is the only way for us to escape the caliphate prison where we have found ourselves now. Constitutional force majeure, let me make it clear. It is a multi-regional action or a multi-region action. What do I mean by that? It's not something done by an organization. It's not an organization based or an organization directed action. It is something that is being done by the regions. Let me call it, just for lack of word, let me call it 4 regions now, or rather 3 regions. The Middle Belt region, the Southwest region, and the Lower Niger region. Let me just call it that way, just for lack of word. So the regions are coming together to declare this constitutional force majeure. It is not an organization thing, because some people look at it, oh, it's LNC. I'm not a member of LNC. I don't want to be part. No. It's not about LNC. This has nothing to do with the LNC as an organization. It is a region. The Lower Niger region, which is the Southeast and the South, and the Oduduwa, which is the Southwest region, and the Middle Belt, they are coming together. Again, I repeat.
These regions.
Exactly. What you are seeing there on that map there. Yes, the purple there, the blue, and the brown. That's it. Those 3 are coming together. It is not LNC. It is not. It's not even what do you call it? OPC. It is not even any of those organizations. It is the entire region. So when we say come and support the constitutional force majeure, we are talking about come and support a multi-region action. We are not asking you to come and support the LNC action. It is not LNC action. It is the regions are the ones doing it, not an organization. So that is the way forward. That is where we want to go now. We are now at that threshold where the constitutional force majeure will be declared. And once it's declared, so many things will follow. And of course, it will be an escape route out of the prison caliphate. You're not going to get that from radio broadcasts, from beating Ekweremadu, from stoning Nyamodo, from declaring people persona non grata, they won't step into Biafra land, or from bad mouthing or taking people's land after you sold it in 1978. Those are not the things that will help us to get what we want. For us to be free, I repeat, if there's anything you can take, for us to be free, there must be a dissolution of the Union of Nigeria. And for Nigerian Union to be dissolved, the constitution must go down. If that constitution is there, there is a union. If there is no constitution, there is no union. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mazi. And for viewers, this document has been in public domain. We will still upload it in our page. But if you go to the website of Lower Niger Congress, you see this document. It's a timeline, a list of all the activities, both the ones that have been done and the little remaining. It's broken into about 16 boxes. 14 have been done, remaining just 2, which is what our brother just spoke about. So it's been on for about 20 years, and all these have been achieved. We are not saying things that will be achieved. They have been achieved already. We are close to the end. Thank you very much, Mazi. Sister Mona, hand over to you.
And if I may add, Mazi, real quick, I was so happy that you emphasized that the force majeure is a multi-region action. It's not like a one-man's business, because some people are fond of, especially in the kind of IPOB, is fond of taking glory of something he does not know about. He has already told people that before December, Biafra will come. So, and he is capitalizing. When a thief knows, the other person's action, it would be, monitoring every action so that they can capitalize on the advancement being made by the other organization. So we just want people to know that, because tomorrow he may say, I have declared, not the way he talks, I have declared force majeure as if he was the one that did it. So it was good you explained that this is not a one-man company's idea. This is a multi-region action that will take place. It will involve the people themselves. It is not going to involve an organization. It's not going to involve a one-man's business. It's not going to involve anyhow person. So it is a multi-region. So I'm so happy that you actually explained that. And I want our people to understand that, hey, this is what you are doing for yourself. And that power is getting back to the individual, not one person commanding and controlling. This power is getting to the people. And once the power is in the hands of the people, heaven, skies probably is even not the limit. Thank you, Mazi, for explaining that. I'm so happy that you actually explained that.
All right, thank you.
People to understand that,
What is
this
Sister Augusta?
you are doing for yourself. And that power.
Hello, Sister Augusta?
I'm here.
No, we can hear you.
It's
coming from your.
It's coming from your side.
It's coming from my side. I'm
Yes.
sorry. So what did I
There might be
say?
a window on your
That popped
laptop
up.
that
Okay.
has it on.
I didn't do anything. No. How did it start happening? Okay. All right. Somebody has a question here, Mazi, for you. They said that in 2015.
Coming from your side.
Hello.
Come on out.
Huh?
I don't know. Maybe you need to
Is it
log
still
out.
is it still echoing?
It's still, yeah.
Is it echoing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. Somebody has it. Hello. I think I turned the thing off.
Oh, we can hear you.
We can hear you
No,
now. Go
You
ahead.
can hear me because you're on.
Yeah, it's okay now.
No,
Yeah.
because you can hear me because you're on Zoom.
Oh,
So let me make sure. Are we still on? I think I hit the wrong button.
We are.
Are we still on? Okay.
Me
fine.
on Facebook.
Okay, that's fine then. Maybe it was just the other window that I opened.
On
So,
Facebook,
Mazi, somebody had a question here. He said in 2015 that you were on radio telling them to pay for defense fund or resign your position. Can you address that, please?
That I ask people to pay with defense fund, or I resign their position.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so if I ask people to pay for defense fund, it means that we have a plan to defend Biafra land. That's what it means. It means that and also I cannot ask people to pay defense fund if I haven't paid my defense fund, because I have to lead by an example. Don't forget that I am the 4th most ranked person in IPOB as at that time. So if I tell somebody to pay or resign, it means that the person hasn't paid. And it means another thing it means is that we plan to have a defense fund which will be used to defend Biafra land.
Right.
So are we defending Biafra land today? Instead, the money was squandered and stolen. And that reminds me, I said I was going to talk about money that was stolen. And this is an opportunity for me to say it. Now, before I say this, let me make this point very clear. This is United States of America. And United States of America is a very litigious society. In other words, you have to be very careful what you say about people, because they can take you to court and take you to the cleaners. So me, that is saying what I want to say now, I am very, 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 conscious of that. So I know what I'm saying. So I know that I can be taken to court, and therefore I have thought over it, and I said, let the person take me to court. So I want to announce that Ovidio Bienu and Humphrey Ponye connived and stole $23,941.11. I'll repeat that. Ovidio Bienu, residing in Los Angeles, California, as at that time, I don't know if he's still there now. Humphrey Ponye, residing in Dallas, Texas, as at that time, I don't know if he's still there now. Both of them connived and stole $23,941.11. Please, I need that to be blasted all over the world. That I, Dr. Clifford Chukwuemeka Iroanya, said that, and that I plead with them that they should take me to court. I beg them to take me to court. That I call them thieves, that they stole IPOB USA money from Bank of America. I want them, I am begging them to take me to court. And let me advise them. There are two ways you can take somebody to court. You can take somebody to court in a state court. In that way, you sue the person where the person is residing. Or, if you don't want to travel, you can sue the person in a federal court where you are. So, Ovidio Bienu can take me to a federal court in Los Angeles, or sue me in a state court here in Houston, that I defamed his character, that I called him a chief, that I said he stole IPOB USA money. This is the report. This is the printout. After investigation by Ike Nawanone, who was the operator of that account. What happened was that at a point when Ovidio Bienu was made in charge of North America or USA here, he was given access to this account. And they started stealing money up to the tune of $23,941.11.
And that's what happened. Defense fund then. They couldn't buy ammunition then with that.
That's what happens when there's no
God.
Transparency. So
Exactly.
yeah, that's what happens when there's no transparency, when there's no accountability, and it will continue to happen. This is just the beginning. Whenever you have people that are running things and you cannot ask them questions and they are not allowed to give you information, they will do whatever they want to do, and nothing will happen. And our people will keep contributing and going on Facebook. Once they say hi to you, once they will inbox you and start asking you for money. So yeah, but they want to stay online now and cuss people out. So I think we are almost done here. I don't know if anybody wants to make a comment or a question that we can ask Dr. Iroanya before he goes. I'm afraid if we open up the phone line that it is gonna crash, because people were even calling me before the show started, and I don't want that kind of chaos. So if you want to have a question for Dr. Iroanya, you can put it on the comments, and I'm not gonna ask him comment about calling names. If you have legitimate questions or whatever you want him to address, if you put it down, I will pose that question to him. So we'll give you guys about a few minutes. Sisters, do you have anything to comment while we're waiting for people to ask their questions or whatever? And then we'll go from there.
Yes, I just want to remind those that asked Dr. Iroanya a question before about the announcement he made on the radio. I want you to remember that he was representing an organization. They agreed, and everybody agreed that donation should be made. He announced it, paid his own, and it's okay for him to say, pay your own. If we have agreed, let's do it. And it's so sad that arrangement was made, and people allowed that whole money to go away into individual pockets. And Dr. Iroanya was there before we came. And we still experience the same thing. They agreed.
Go ahead, sister. Sorry, I was trying to...
We still experience the same thing. Even 2 years after he had finished and gone, we came, it was still the same thing. We are trying to put structure. We're trying to introduce transparency. And we observed that it was like somebody opened shop. The Oga is on top. He now opens small shop for his follower and brothers, like his Umahia. Abateke. So you stay in media and be eating your own. You stay in mobilization and be eating your own. You stay in down and be squandering your own. And that's how everything, like a basket, you put everything, just leak out into all the branches, all the subsidiaries where people were staying and making life, fortune. Some were giving states. I understand, like in Anambra State, there's a woman there that's his own portion. So they have divided our people as you're bringing in. Meanwhile, you're contributing it for defense. You're contributing for independence, for a project. But everything was leaking out to partners of the business. And they expect us not to ask questions. That's a lie. We will ask questions. And in due season, accountability will come. Because you cannot squander public fund and tell us stories. We are the people of the land. And we deserve to know what happened to the money we contributed and what has happened to all the things we say we will do. And we're not begging anybody. You cannot do anything about it like, you want to defend your director. It's not anything about defending your director. We are here to build our nation. And we are all stakeholders, equal stakeholders. Anything anybody is doing in that land, you will tell us what you're doing. And it's our right to ask. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So somebody is asking a question. His question is, where is our bank? We are not here to talk about our bank, but our bank is ongoing. So when it comes to fruition, we'll let you know.
It normally comes with fake accounts. Sorry, Sister Mona, for cutting you. Is there with fake accounts all the time. Yeah. Then my question now is that how are you going to get me freedom when you yourself, everything about you is fraud? Everything you are fraud. Your name is fraud. Your name is Nwanne or something. Your name is not even Namdi. So that one is number one fraud. Second fraud is you have multiple fake accounts. Those are the fake accounts you use to denigrate our people. Those are the fake accounts you use in calling women prostitutes. Those are the fake accounts you use in calling anybody that goes against your tyranny. You call that person the saboteur. So those are the fake accounts. Then it now seems as if you have multiple people following you. And the question that baffles me all the time is that how would a race, yes, the Igbo race, be that docile? How would a race like ours be that uncultured, unmannered? Because all of us cannot be idiots.
My sister, they are desperate for freedom. That's the thing, though. I feel sorry for my people, and that's why you can call any names, whore, harlot, whatever. It doesn't even. It's like you're wasting your words. All you're doing is Facebook is tagging you as online terrorists. That's what you're doing. It does not bother me. So we know that their brain is gone. These people, some of them have sold their last land to send their children to school, and nothing came of it. So they are desperate. When they hear the voice of someone screaming freedom in the wilderness, none of that situation, I will run to it. And all we are asking is that everybody's looking for the true freedom. But I get away because soon on our wilderness, while we are seeing you guys are blind, you want us to join you. You are commenting from a place of ignorance, you want us to join you. That's not going to happen. But one thing that is, you must be rest assured is that we all want freedom. We all want self-determination. We all want our own country where you guys will be working. Because if you guys have work, you won't be online terrorizing people. None of you will be online terrorizing people. You will be at work. Today would have been a day to clean up, wash your clothes, get it ready for Monday and iron it and go to grocery shopping. Not a time for you guys to sit online and call your mother's and your sister's name. So we understand the desperation, and you think that some certain kind of people will bring you freedom. I pray to God that somebody will bring us freedom. But that will be ask questions and you will find out. So but what you don't get to tell us is to shut up and not comment on it. We must comment on it because we ourselves are also looking for self-determination. We're also looking for that nation. And we are all stakeholders. So it's not just you alone. It does not belong to you alone because you want a Facebook account. No, it belongs to all of us. And I want it to be in a place where even if we open up the country and somebody wants to go on Facebook and say something about me, that's up to them. It will not stay just only words. While you're talking, I'm spending my dollar. Which one concern me? So it doesn't have anything to do with anything. You guys should receive sense. And I'm not getting, you see, they can't even, that's why we will not let you guys call, because once they call on the phone, it's going to be name calling and this and this. They can't even articulate their words. I'm asking them to ask questions. Okay, be civilized. None of them can do it. So I'm not going to open up my line for people to start shouting. You've been writing all morning. You've been commenting all morning. We have almost 2,000 comments. Now we're asking you guys to ask the questions, and nobody can come up with any questions apart from name callings. So unfortunately, we are not here to address name callings. Mazi, Dr. Clifford, we want to thank you so much for taking this time out from your busy schedule, because like you do have a job, by the way, and today is your day to catch up on other things where you didn't really go to work, and we're taking time away from it. So we must continue. This is our nation. We are all stakeholders. And it belongs to us. So you don't get to do what you want to do and then get away with it. It's for all of us to look at what is sound, what is reasonable, what can get us out of this situation that we find ourselves. We've been screaming, we've been shouting, we've been posting, we've been terrorizing everybody. And what does it get? Fulanis are moving in and dropping their truckloads of alamajiris in our land, and we are not moving anywhere. Not even a month. I remember putting all that I have into this restoration project, thinking, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say so that we can get this thing done? Come to find that it's just Ibono. Ibono was the strategy, was the roadmap, and I don't want to lie to myself anymore. If you feel like you have a place that can lead us where we are going, present it to our people. Let's investigate it. Put it out there. Does it make sense to us? Do we accept it? We don't. We move on. Or we have now wrong. Or we have one names on Facebook. Or we here now restore. We're not here to restore one man. We're here to restore a nation. And some people are making it sound like we are restoring a man. Are you guys kidding me? We're talking about a nation of 70 million people or so. And somebody think it's all about one man or one woman. Are you just you wouldn't even? That's why we will not listen. You don't get to advise us from a place of ignorance, because you're not understanding the whole picture. So Mazi, thank you so much. Your final statement before we go.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, before I go, I want to first of all thank you ladies. You did a wonderful job. In fact, like you said, there's a lot of ignorance. Yesterday, somebody called me, and the funny thing, the person that called me lived here. In fact, he lived in the same city with me here, Richmond. And he said, "Hey, my brother, I don't want you to be associating with those ladies, especially that one they call monarchy. I want to set up a Biafra central bank. Why are we setting a central bank now when we haven't gotten Biafra? When Biafra comes, we will set up a central bank." He rattled and rattled and rattled. At the end of the day, he ended the call. He didn't even ask me if I have anything to say. He didn't even say he want to hear from. He was just speaking ignorantly. Can you imagine somebody living in America, and this person is over 65 years old? According to him, he was conscripted by force into the Biafran army because of his physique, because he's a huge guy. Because of his physique, at the age of 13, he looked more like somebody who is 15 or 16 at the age of 13. In 1968, he was conscripted into the Biafran army. And this guy is here. He is here in the United States, for goodness sake, in Richmond, Texas. And he is saying that Monarchy and Augusta and Epi are opening Biafra Central Bank.
That's the propaganda.
If somebody in Nigeria says that, I can understand. I would say, well, what do they know? They don't even have
life. Walk with you with regular news, right?
Somebody in America, USA of all places, is saying accusing the Monarchy and the other two ladies of opening a central bank. He called it Biafra Central Bank. That they should wait when Biafra comes. We enter the say, will now open central. And I'm saying, oh my goodness, our people are, I don't know.
They are gone.
Know. So, but let me conclude, my dear. My conclusion is that Biafrans and those who claim not to be Biafrans and those who are IPOB members and all the citizens of both the Southeast, Southwest, South, and Middle Belt and all that, please let us join hands to support this constitutional force majeure. It is coming in a matter of weeks. We should support it because if there is no constitution, there is no union. As soon as that constitution goes down, the union ends. You cannot get your sovereignty, you cannot get your independence, you cannot get your self-determination through radio broadcast. You cannot get your independence, sovereignty, and self-determination by insult, by denigrating people, by denigrating tribes. In fact, I listened to Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast of June 14, 2020, and I cried after hearing how he insulted Edwin Clark. In fact, the insult Nnamdi Kanu heaped on Edwin Clark, he hasn't heaped it on anybody since I knew him. And IPOB members are claiming that Ijaw people are part of them. And your elder statesman, your leader, is insulting them. You think they will support you? No, it's not going to work. Therefore, I'll conclude by asking everyone to support the constitutional force majeure which is coming up, because, I repeat again, because if there is no constitution, there is no union. Thank you, dear sisters, for giving me this opportunity, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you, Mazi.
Ramona,
Yes.
please, I want to make an appeal.
Go ahead before we turn this thing off.
Please, my appeal this morning goes to those that have not found it important to join IPOB. You never joined IPOB. You never took the oath that IPOB, the evil oath that IPOB made some of us take. You've not done this, you've not contributed a dime to what the IPOB said is it. Please stop packaging IPOB and selling to us. Stop making my people and marketing IPOB. If you did not eat the product, you did not taste the product, you did not take the oath, now you are telling our people that they should support IPOB. That's the highest level of hypocrisy. We are talking from points of knowledge. We've gone through, we've done all this. And so we stand in a better position to tell our people what IPOB is or is not. You have no position to tell our people otherwise, because you are playing politics, not even politics, you're doing propaganda and manipulation. You're manipulating the brains of our people. Meanwhile, you never joined IPOB. You never took the oath. So how do you know what you're saying? Please stop that and let's move forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Sister Augusta, do you have anything to say before?
Oh, everything has been said. So I just want us, to pay attention to what is going to happen in a couple of weeks. As Dr. Clifford said, the constitutional force majeure, if people pay attention, they will see that we are so close to the freedom that we've been yearning for. So that's basically it. And people, quit deceiving yourselves. Quit listening to this guy that just wants to manipulate you to get what does not belong to him. He wants just to get your money and live large. That is what he wants. So try and know that and stop putting your lives, especially for those that believe it's going to get their freedom, stop putting your lives out there to get killed for no reason. So thank you all for joining us and hope to see you all next week. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, brothers and sisters. You're still my brother and my sis, or my brothers and my sisters, whether you like it or not. Goodbye. Okay. My dear, every time, let me make sure I'm off. Every time I go to reply someone, Facebook a different way and ways in control. I guess I need to stop replying people. It will take me to a place where I don't have control of. Let me turn this thing off. OBS.